Today, the Chinese Communist Party is using the forced labor of the Uyghurs and other minorities to help bankroll its cultural genocide against those very same groups. The repression taking place right now in Xinjiang is breathtaking in its scope and in its brutality. It involves the detention of 1 to 3 million people in concentration camps. Madam Speaker, the House is not in order.
More recently, something else has been built.
The House will be in order.
A textile.
It involves the detention of 1 to 3 million people in concentration camps. It involves surveillance and attempted brainwashing on a massive scale. It involves breaking up families and taking children from their parents. It involves forced sterilization and, Madam Speaker, forced abortions. This should be a terrifying warning to the world, to China's neighbors, and to the American people that the Chinese Communist Party is fundamentally focused on expanding its power, its control, and its authoritarian style of government. It views things that it does not control, like religion.
In Xinjiang, a whole culture is under suspicion. More than 1 million Uyghurs and other traditionally Muslim minorities are thought to have been swept into the camps, viewed by China as potential Islamist separatists. But each year, more than 2 million others are being gathered for something else. Giant new factories and textile mills, hundreds of them, where they face strict controls and political indoctrination. The first thing our workers have to learn is to love the Communist Party, this factory boss says. But now the BBC has seen evidence that shows Uyghurs are also being sent en masse into the cotton fields.
One day my family will disappear from this world.
Mahmoud, not his real name, left Xinjiang 3 years ago, but his family still lives there.
And my mom told me she's picking the cotton for the government officers. It's like our duty to do that work. They will just go because they are so afraid of being taken to jail or somewhere else.
Newly uncovered documents show the scale. 150,000 pickers sent to one area, almost as many again organised for another. They're given ideological education, and the lazy, the authorities say, are being taught the glories of work. The evidence suggests that the real intention here in Xinjiang is the dismantling of an entire culture and its rebuilding through the total control of people's families, their faith, their thoughts, and on a massive scale across the fields and factories of this region in the work that they do. In a written statement, the Chinese government said workers from all ethnic groups in Xinjiang choose their jobs according to free will and sign contracts in accordance with the law. It said accusations of forced labour were completely fabricated. But the researcher who unearthed the documents believes they have major implications for the global fashion industry.
For the first time, we not only have evidence of Uyghur forced labour in manufacturing, in garment making, we have evidence of a massive state-sponsored forced labor scheme involving hundreds of thousands, over 500,000 of ethnic minorities, and it's directly about the picking of cotton in terms of global supply chains. Now that's a game changer.
As we leave Xinjiang, we pass this prison camp complex, thought to contain multiple factory buildings. It's the first independent footage of this truly colossal site, a final chilling reminder that here, mass incarceration and mass labour are closely connected. John Sudworth, BBC News, Xinjiang.